Working.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dave Grohl said, "We were dropouts, making minimum wage, listening to vinyl, emulating our heroes, Ian MacKay, Little Richard, getting high, sleeping in vans, never expecting the world to notice."
Woo!
You know you're going on the whole video, right?
Solo artists almost have it easier than bands. Bands are not easy. You find yourself in a group of people who rub each other the wrong way in exactly the right way. And you have chemistry, zeitgeist, lightning in a bottle, and a collective voice to help pinpoint the moment, to understand what it is that we're going through.
Masterpiece.
You see, this is about community, cross-inspiration, pushing ourselves. Nirvana tapped into a voice that was yearning to be heard. Keep in mind the times. This was the late 80s, early 90s.
Yes, it was.
America.
Do you know
Didn't know who they were. They were.
Do you know you're going to be in my whole video?
By Iran-Contra, by AIDS, by the Reagan-Bush senior administrations. With their music, their attitude, their voice,
You're shaking my whole arm.
The political machinations of petty but broad-reaching political arguments, movements, and positions that had held us culturally back, Nirvana blasted through all that with nuclear rage and fury.
They did.
Nirvana were kicking against the system, bringing complete disdain for the music industry and their definition of corporate mainstream America to show a sweet and beautiful but fed-up fury, coupled with howling vulnerability. Lyrically exposing our frailty, our frustrations, our shortcomings, singing of retreat and acceptance, of our triumphs, of an outsider community with such immense possibility, stymied or ignored but not held down or held back by the stupidity and political pettiness of the times. They spoke truth, and a lot of people listened.
Rachel, you just want to be on HBO.
They picked up the mantle in that particular battle.
Misha.
It was singular and loud and melodic and deeply original. And that voice, Kurt, we miss you.
All right.
Nirvana defined a moment.
Beautiful
movement
soul.
for outsiders, for the fags and the fat girls and the broken toys and the shy nerds and the goth kids from Tennessee and Kentucky, for the rockers and the awkward and the fed up and the too smart kids and the bullied. We were a community, a generation, in Nirvana's case, several generations. And the echo chamber of that collective howl, and Allen Ginsberg would have been very proud here. That moment, and that voice reverberated into music and film, into politics, into worldview, into poetry, into fashion, into art, into spiritualism, and the beginning of the internet, and so many fields in so many ways and in our lives. And this is not just pop music. This is something much greater.
Thank you!
These are a few artists who rub each other the wrong way in exactly the right way at the right time. Nirvana. It is my honor to call to the stage Kristen and Dave Grohl.
Yeah, Dave! Woo!
Cannot believe Courtney.
Oh my God, I'm so blessed to be here.
I cannot believe this. Yes, and I cannot believe, well, Francis and Court. Yep. Francis and Courtney. Francis and Courtney. I'm putting the phone down.
I was the drummer.
Cannot believe he's standing right next to Courtney.
Most of you don't know that I was the 5th drummer of Nirvana. For whatever reason, I got to be the luckiest person in the world and also be in Nirvana. But I have to give credit to all of the other drummers that came before me.
can't believe he's standing next to her.
Dale Grover from the Melvins, who is my absolute drumming hero.
Yeah, I can't even believe.
Chad Channing. Chad, where are you? I know that you're here somewhere. I think you're here. Isn't Chad here somewhere? Where's Chad? Chad's right here, isn't he? Are you over there, Chad? Hey, Chad! So, here's the thing. Guess what Chad's responsible for? If you listen to a song like In Bloom, the that's Chad. When I joined the band, I had the honor of playing Chad's parts. So Chad, thank you very much for allowing me to play your drum parts. I appreciate that very, very much. Dan Peters from Mudhoney, who got to play one show with Nirvana. Thank you, Danny. But there's a lot of people that made this possible. People that you might not know. People that I grew up with in Springfield, Virginia. Like Michael said.
Sarah, do you hear? Sarah.
You can afford the train? We came from this underground punk rock scene where there really were no awards or ceremonies or trophies. It was all about doing it for real, and the reward was doing it right and doing it for real and sharing the community of music, helping other musicians and inspiring people. And so I got really lucky to grow up in the Washington, D.C. punk rock scene where I was inspired by all these amazing people. Too many to list, but everyone from Chris Page to Ralph, to Dave Smith, to Ruben Radding, to Pete Stahl and Franz Stahl and Skeeter Thompson, all the people that I've ever played music with, Barrett Jones, I have to thank all of you because I wouldn't be here. I'm also lucky that when we first started out,
Can we talk a little bit
we didn't know
about
anything
Kurt?
about business. We were in a fucking van.
Sarah, what happened?
You know, buying corn dogs.
All right, here you go, here you go. My daughter's listening.
T-shirts that we had sold, and
Listen.
we were lucky that we met a manager named John Silva, and we met an accountant named Lee Johnson, and I'm happy to say that I've never ever strayed from those two people in my life. That's like 25 years. John Cutcliffe and Michael Meisel, and I mean, it's a long list of people that I'm going to forget most of them, but most of all, I have to thank my family because I was lucky enough to grow up in a musical family in an environment that encouraged music. Parents that
Courtney
never
looks like
told
she's
me
starting.
not to listen to fucking Slayer. You know what I mean?
Can you hear us, Sarah?
I listened to some really,
Can you hear Dave?
really fucked up shit.
Sarah, do you hear Dave?
But my parents never told me not to because I was finding myself. So, Mom, thanks.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks for letting me drop out of high school. Can't stay in school, don't do drugs. It's not an issue. I have to thank my beautiful wife, Jordan, and my two daughters that I hope grow up to inspire people just like every musician I grew up inspired by. Because I think that's the deal, is that you look up to your heroes and you shouldn't be intimidated by them. You should be inspired by them.
That's right.
Look at the poster on the
That's
wall.
right.
Fuck, I could never do that. Look at the poster on the wall and think, fuck, I'm gonna do that.
Kurt Cobain.
Woo!
Thank you, Kurt Cobain. I wish Kurt was here tonight.
Yeah.
that music means so much to so many people, and there's new generations and new fans coming up, and it's really powerful. Kurt was an intense artist, and he really connected with a lot of people. And and when Nirvana, we started in Aberdeen, Washington, in Washington State, and we had an infrastructure there to support us. There was a music community. I want to thank Sub Pop Records. The music community in Seattle and Washington State. I want to thank Buzz Osborne. Thank you, Buzz, for turning us on to punk rock music. I want to thank Alan Dreyer. Thank you, Alan, for being there when we really needed you. I want to thank Jack and Dino, who recorded our first record. Ski Alpini and Butch Vig. Thank you, Susan Silver, for introducing us to the music industry properly. And thank you all again.
I'm probably gonna cry. I'm already crying. Because he'd be so proud. He'd say he wasn't, but he would be. I just miss him so much. He was such an angel.
Kurt's mom.
Thank you.
You know, I have a big speech, but I'm not going to say it.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Fans when we're kids, and this is my family I'm looking at right now.
Oh my
all of you. Brother Michael, Brother Chris,
Oh my God.
Grandma Wendy, Mr. Grohl,
Oh my God.
David and Kristen.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's gonna be a fight.
Oh my God.
It's gonna be a fight.
Oh my God.
That's it. I just wish the Kurt was here to feel this and be this. 20 years ago, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame maybe wasn't. But tonight he really would have appreciated it. He would have appreciated Chris and Dave and Michael and his mother and his sisters being here. And I just want to give this to Frances, our daughter, who's not here because she's ill. That's it. That's all I have to say. Thank you so very much.
Oh my God. Dave is vomiting, right?
Yeah, right.
Oh my God.
He's like, get the cooties off.
Yeah. Oh. Dave had to quickly leave.